Hello everyone and welcome to episode 108, the emergency Sunday cast, I guess. My name is Jeff, joining me as always is Allan.
Josh is MIA as fuck.
We don't know where Josh is, but we replaced Josh with Layne, making his triumphant return. There's fanfare in the background right now. Lots of happy music, maybe the Dragon Ball theme song. I don't know.
This is my fanfare. It's me pouring scotch into a glass because I don't have a beer to open obnoxiously.
Yeah, he's drinking anime. He's drinking stuff right now because
he knows the torture he's about to go into.
If I'm awake, I need to drink.
Like the Doctor Who thing that happened, which caused a lot of people to stroke off their non-existent wieners. Well, I was in there being like, "Can you please stop stroking off your non-existent wieners? Thanks."
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Your opinion, Allan?
You know what? I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, that's the thing. All I can say. You know what? I would say that I'm happy that Moffat's no longer on the show because he seemed kind of run down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this might be a fresh change, and Missy was a really good idea. So, yeah. Fun cast this week. We're probably changing the tone a bit. Who wants to go first?
Well, actually, you know what?
Oh.
No, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No. Actually, we'll just pause podcast and let Josh get in on this.
Josh.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. How there was a Josh, section of shit up top on the list, and then there's no fucking Josh. Also, hi, Josh.
What up, cunt?
Joining us emergently because Josh, nobody planned this episode, so everyone's gonna be late.
It's not that we didn't plan this episode. It was just a shit show Friday. We're like, we're not gonna do it Friday, and then Saturday when we planned to do it Saturday, no one said anything. I got home at 7:30. I ate supper. I fed the dogs. Sat down on the couch. Pulled up my phone. And I looked at the chat, and I was just like, well, whenever they message people to like tell them to jump on, I'll go downstairs and get on my desktop. And then that didn't happen.
Yep, that's pretty much it. And
everything exploded on the same day.
It doesn't help that everyone was like, I got fucking shit to do, and just nothing was going anywhere. Oh boy.
Yeah, I guess it kind of happens some days.
Yeah, when Layne's on the show. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to talk shit first? Layne, you built a new PC.
I did. Well, I didn't completely build it. I got it custom made with a few of my own parts put in, but it is a pretty nice. It's very tall. I measured, and it is less than 1 millimeter shorter than the bottom of my desk. So it is a tight squeeze in there. I tell you what. But boy,
but isn't that a good thing? That's a good thing, right?
That is a good thing. But boy, howdy, is it nice, because they gave me a free SD, micro SD, and USB hub to go with it. And I have space for a lot of extra RAM. It's so big, it'll be great for everything. I got my dual monitors going on here. I got Discord on one side, the topic list on the other, and my scotch in front of me, so I am ready to go. Also, apparently, I say apparently as though this happened not by choice. It was 100% by choice. I've decided to start building PCs for other people. I just build them a list of all the parts that they want on PC Part Picker, get them to send them to me, and I put it together.
Nice.
I remember the first PC and me trying to help you, and I guess the motherboard exploded. I'm hoping that's what happened.
Well,
Wow.
partially that, but also, and this I only figured this out when I actually got mine put together. It turns out you
Powers of
can't
life.
get. Well, no. You can't. You can't probably get a PC to turn on if you have a graphics card plugged in that is not installed. And I didn't know that until 3 fucking months afterwards. So the other two like half-assed PCs I have in my office here, I can turn them into real things now.
Yay!
Boy, do
I know
I
how to
feel
fix the
dumb.
problem.
It's funny because I sold you that machine. I'm like, that's impossible. It turned on, it worked fine, and everything like that. Because I ripped the graphics card out of it, and I was like, yeah, Layne's going to be on the podcast, and everything's going to be great. And then it's like 3 months later, Layne still doesn't have a machine. And I'm just like, I feel so guilty. I just felt really upset.
I felt
No.
I heard that. I was just like, how is this like, if this is something like Jeff used before, how is it not running? Like, even I was a little confused by that.
Well, it's
Oh,
like,
man.
it wasn't even like that. I was like, did I somehow magically like powered this machine with my soul?
No, it's just it was amateur hour for 3 months, and that's the long and the short of it.
To be fair, it's still better than my amateur hour where I killed a motherboard with an X-Acto knife.
No thanks.
People remember that episode. It's episode 10. I'm really
boy.
depressed.
It's basically, what was it? I remember reading a old forum post way back in the day, not even like dig or anything, of a person posting on an image of a person getting a graphics card, and of course this is probably the person's first time, so they're like, "Oh, I got this new graphics card. Heard it was good," and it was, I forget what number it was or what year it was, but it was top of the line for the time. And he's like, "So I got this graphics card, but apparently it doesn't fit in the holes. So what I did is I carefully cut along the lines where it's supposed to fit in, and just like, oh Jesus Christ, no." So they cut the areas where the card is supposed, like, apparently they got what was the different ports? There's the graphics card. Yeah, the PCI
port?
and there's a PCI one and there's that other one. And basically what the person did was took the bigger hole ones and cut it to the smaller size one. So you can fit in the smaller hole one. It's so bad. So you see this image after image of like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. What should I do? And it's like, you fucked your card, you idiot.
And they
like,
don't
Jesus.
cover that. They don't cover,
They don't cover that at all. It was like, oh.
But Layne, how's your PC? How's PC gaming? What are you buying Battlegrounds?
I'm probably not because
Reason.
yeah, the lengthy pause there was I don't actually have a good reason. I'm just lazy.
I don't want to play a game that's like a job.
Yeah. Also, I'm just focusing on some other games that I haven't played in a while, like Counter-Strike. Got to get that rank back up, even though I'm stuck in Evil. I just got to get that rank back up. But also, I'm playing Metro Last Light again, and I'm on the first stealth section, and I want to do it perfect stealth, not getting noticed once. And I did that for about 2 hours yesterday. Same level. So I give up. So yeah, I'm not getting new games right now because I'm currently bashing my head against a very well-textured brick wall. That's a PC gaming generating joke there, ladies and gentlemen. But so far it's great. So far it is great. I love this large block of plastic, metal, and glass.
Oh,
Yeah, you have a
you're
nice
like
case.
me. You have a metal case of iron.
Yep, big
So
metal
do
framed
I.
case with mostly just anything plastic on there is basically just for show, as well as the glass. But very easy to get into.
I got the. I assume you know what the like the military looking case looks like. I got one of those
Nice.
from Corsair.
Nice.
And
I got myself
I'm sitting down, I'm looking at it one day, and I'm just like, you know what I should do to this thing? I should spray paint military numbers on the side of this thing, make it look fully legit. And I just stopped myself. I was like, wait, that's a bad life choice.
It is, yes.
I mean, no. I mean, like, it actually could work very well. Like, freely, I've actually seen some people do it. It does look very nice when it's done properly. Keyword there, properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because like you guys are talking about modding and I'm like, my modding is me ripping things out of my motherboard and just going, ah!
I mean, whatever floats your boat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, go for it. If it works, go for it.
Yeah, whatever mothers your board.
Rog.
I see what you did there.
So Intel has announced, or Intel hasn't announced, Intel is primed to announce new x86 hardware, or X hardware, new processors and stuff like that. On top of that, we have rumors of 6-core ROG Crosshair motherboards, 6 for Zen, and yeah, I think that this is cool because I'm a nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like it's cool because we're getting newer stuff. With Zen, we're getting like a $500 motherboard finally.
Yes.
So
Finally.
so Josh can waste his money again on Ryzen.
Fucking just throw my money out the goddamn window. I don't die.
I'm just gonna shove this penis right in my Ryzen.
Exactly. That's. I mean, what you do on your Saturdays is what you do.
This PC is gonna be rising from the ashes.
Man, this Ryzen sure has my dick rising.
It's on the rise, man.
Ryzen, son of Rome.
Man, this bread
Oh,
is
God,
rising in
please.
the oven. And oh man, this Ryzen motherboard's rising me right now.
Man, my favorite Studio Ghibli movie, The Wind is Rising. It's actually The Wind Rises, but you get the point.
The Dick Dokes I see return with a vengeance this week.
Thank
So
God.
we have it across here, Hero 6. We have Intel being scared, and we have Noctua quality control fears. Let's start with the Intel 6-core processor. Yay or nay, mates? I'm going with yay, because it's a good thing for the industry.
I'm going with a solid yay there. It's clear that the Ryzen is,
The
making
Ryzen.
Intel happy. The Rising is very clearly getting, Intel to step up their game at least a little bit. So now things are going to start to change some, which I like. I like that.
Yeah, change is good. It's almost as if Intel got scared.
Thank God.
Finally.
Yeah. Josh, your opinion?
I'm gonna have cheaper hardware by after Christmas, I guess, so I can go on a Boxing Day spree and just be like, I need new shit.
Yeah.
You don't really need new shit, mate. Your computer's still pretty
No.
good.
Yeah, I can wait like 2 more years.
You should just
But
give it to
don't.
Linus. Linus needs a new computer.
We'll all chip in and build Linus a new computer out of old stuff.
We'll all just not chip in because Linus can buy his own shit.
No, but it'll be funny because we're going to give him the old motherboard, the old gaming motherboard that I have that uses DDR2 RAM, and that's just fucking funny. He'll be stuck with 4 gigs, and that is it.
That would actually be hilarious to do to him. That would actually be really funny and really cruel.
It would. But I mean, to
It
be
would be
fair,
even crueler if we bought all the parts from Amazon. Fuck your economy. Fuck your economy.
exactly. But to be fair, with that motherboard, he would be able to put at least two graphics card in that bitch, so he could at least get almost something out of it.
Yeah. Allan, your opinion on the Intel stuff? Allan doesn't care, apparently.
Thank you, Allan.
Thank you, Alan.
It's just fucking his microphone.
I agree.
Noctua
Yes.
also recently announced some stuff. They're having quality control issues with their fans, particularly between the I think it is the Chinese manufacturing and the Taiwanese manufacturing. There's slight differences between the two of them, and the Chinese one is a little bit more noticeable. So people are freaking out. Hardcore Noctua fans are freaking out, which is good for us because it's hilarious.
Yes.
Yes, let them suffer. I don't know. I don't care. I bought a Noctua fan. I like Noctua's fans. They're really nice. They're good fans. And I think the slight differences don't really make a big difference to me. I think the hardcores are caring because they're hardcore. They're hardcore parkour. And yeah.
The only time it would really...
I've noticed with the gaming industry right now, and I'm really proud of the gaming industry for doing this and not being total cooks. The fact that they're actually like turning around and like sitting down and actually go, like they not only the games that are supposed to be coming out in here in November and September, looking
Good.
fucking phenomenal. The fact that most of like the
Art.
The way that they're doing their like
Support.
like no the way they're doing like the really good games. Like I'm looking at God of War. I'm looking at
How does that
Beyond
have
Black-
anything to do
Beyond
with
Black-
PC gaming?
I know, but you said AAA, the hardcore gaming industry, and I just fell onto all the other things that are not hardcore or are not PC. But it's just, I'm actually really happy because it's like if console's doing this, then PC is almost 100% like already doing it right now.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny because Noctua right now we're talking about Noctua being bad.
Oh
Naughty
god.
Noctua. It's funny because fans are such an intriguing talk. So I don't think anyone actually cares. I think it's just something that Noctua fans are going to get upset about, and I can sit and eat popcorn about. Anyone
Then
disagree?
you have to look at it this way. Noctua makes mostly like fans, right?
Yeah, they make really good fans and good heat sinks.
Yeah. Why the fuck would you have like a fan base around that? There's multiple alternatives.
Like straight up legit. Why would you have a fan base around that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You
People
want something
like
else?
fans.
Okay, ask yourself, like, why don't I go to Corsair? And then no one
Because-
answers the question because you could just fucking go to Corsair.
Because
Or-
Corsair is loud fans.
But then you can go to Be Quiet.
Good
Or you can
point.
go to
But
literally anybody else. And also, if you're worried that
Noctuas
too
are
much
very
about
much
fans,
straddling the line.
but if you're worried that too much about fans, it's like, okay, then just get yourself a small liquid cooling system. Bam, fans gone.
Pretty much.
I'm like waving my hands in like exasperation here because it's like, what are you guys freaking out about? If you want them to make better stuff, just buy different stuff. It's that easy.
Yeah, and
Pretty much.
they will listen to you because they'll be like, well,
Profits
shit.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the problem that's going to happen with like movies and stuff like that sooner than later. Is people are just going to stop supporting people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Rod Crosshair getting support. We already talked about that. Anyone else want to talk about anything?
I've not really.
Didn't you?
Like the only things I've noticed about the PC system right now is just how like they're actually settling into a good system,
Yeah.
and
So-
it's actually like looking like really good for the most part right now because it's like the competition again. Anytime we bring this up, like I always kind of like just sit down and I say, yeah, no, the competition in the PC like product market is actually like there now.
Yeah. It's been there for. It's now there. It's finally there.
It's back.
Back
again.
and back. Back. Samurai Jack.
I also like that it's now becoming a little more viable, like with like the good advancements of like proper ergonomics and just like the general dealings of the desktop PC are becoming a little bit more. I don't know. It's coming back into the market again. Not everyone is worrying about getting just a laptop or just a tablet, because now it's getting like really easy to get yourself a good PC or even just like a decent PC for not a whole lot of money. And I like that it's not just like turning into the fringe gaming or work only market.
Yeah.
And all
That's
this,
actually a good point.
yeah, and all like these new things coming back into it, like people worrying more about quality control. I don't want to say like esports becoming bigger, but like there's now so many more people who want like a little better of a PC if they can get it, if it doesn't cost them that much more than a laptop would. I think it's good that has to drive up the market, at least in some ways.
Yeah, like it's getting to the point where like you still have the ridiculous high end, but you're not having the ridiculous high end that's so crazy. You're having, and like that is the minimum requirements for gaming. Mm-hmm. It's more like, hey, you have the ridiculous requirements, and then a 480 does the job.
Exactly, and it's sort of like the same thing with like a skill ceiling and a skill floor. There is still like a really high ceiling for like PCs and all that, but the floor's gotten a little lower again. It's not as like a big of a step up from a laptop, where you're stuck with that hardware until it dies. You can go back to a PC like, hey, what if I want myself a good little workstation that isn't as mobile, but I can get some better hardware in it if I want to get into like a lot of people like doing art online is now so much more accessible, and having a better PC makes that so much easier. You got that extra horsepower, and it's a little more accessible for everyone to get into it. Just have a nice little desktop. Mm-hmm. I don't like laptops, in case you couldn't figure that out. I don't like them.
I can contest about laptops sucking, because I had a laptop for when I first went to college, or at least went to Nate, and I got a laptop because it was like, oh, I'm doing this, what was it, science technology course, and it was it's basically a lot of programming and computer programming, and I was like, oh, I could probably do this. And I got myself a laptop so I can start learning lessons and stuff like that. And just over time, kind of quickly, we start realizing, oh, this laptop is just really garbage. And it could do the programming fine, but oh god, everything else is bad. Mm-hmm. So bad.
And laptops are just so expensive compared to like a PC counterpart.
Oh yeah.
Like
exactly.
My laptop when I got it was what was it? I believe it was about $1,600. I got it on sale, thankfully, but like $1,600. And within 2 years, I was all like, man, I kind of wish I could upgrade. And then after another 2 years after that, it's like, well, one of my hard drives failed, and I can't do anything about it because I have most of it's lost, and the rest of the hardware just can't keep up. Mm-hmm. Whereas, with like this new PC now, if anything happens to a hard drive, well, congratulations, I can easily just swap one out. Or like if any other hardware problems go on, I can easily just swap them out.
Yep.
Yeah, if you get a good laptop now, to be fair, mine is like a few years old, so a good laptop was a giant fucking. It was like a giant slab of meat. Like that's the kind of things like Rocky was punching when he was training, because it's fucking massive. But even still, it's like if you want yourself like a decent gaming laptop, they're going to be large, and that's the opposite of what a laptop was meant to be. So you're kind of compromising yourself without getting an actual compromise in mobility and utility, which is kind of strange, really.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I was gonna say I want to talk about something else.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Who wants to take? Who wants to take my shit?
I was gonna say, does anybody want to talk about Tekken and how it's fucking really kick ass? So Tekken's fucking good. So fucking good.
All I hear is people masturbating about how awesome it is. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there laughing my head off because I'm like, I have no money.
The thing is, though, so yesterday I went to a friend's place just to play. Like, turns out he just bought it like a few days ago. And he's like, oh, I just bought Tekken 7. And I'm like, ooh, I have a fight stick. Let's go play some Tekken 7 at your place. So I played some Tekken 7 and fucking I just forgot how good Tekken is.
Tekken's so good. I've never played Tekken. And
it's... Now, there is some fine lines between different fighters and, like, what your talents are, like, your roof of, like, what your talents are, your talents are for playing fighting games, because there's Street Fighter, which is, could say it's a little more technical, and you have to do your Hadoukens correctly so you can, defend the other opponent. And there's Tekken 7, or there's Tekken, which is the other variety of like, you have 4 face buttons, and you have a left punch, left kick, right kick. But if you start tapping them really fast and different patterns, you get different combos to come out. And kind of say that the skill roof on that is probably a little lower, or at least like the step up to play that game is not that hard. So you could just butt mash your way out of a few scenarios. But at the same time, it can be really technical if you want to actually just get into it. And yeah, so just playing Tekken 7 again over at my friend's my friend Cherno TV on Twitch. Plug to our 5 listeners. I was playing over on his stream a day ago, and it was fucking just fantastic. Playing King, and King got way easier because that means you could grab practically any move. Like if someone's punching, you grab it. If someone's kicking, you grab it. If someone's up in the air, you grab them. You can just murder people. It's great. And you can be a giant fucking panda, giant fucking Kuma, which is a giant fucking bear, and it's just...
That's the thing I always like about Tekken, is it's just so fucking crazy with everything. It's just so stupid.
It has a serious side of, like, the main story of Heihachi, of, creating the Mishima, and, his son living from the volcano that he dumped him in, and then his son was like, I'm gonna go fucking kill my father. So later on in the future, he has his own corporation called the G Corporation, and the storyline is just them fighting each other constantly, and they're just going into
massive cocks about everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then actually, I'm going to say spoilers, but it's for a fighting game, which a lot of people don't care about. But in Tekken 7, Heihachi, turns out he was the good guy all along because his mom or his wife gave birth to Jin, the son. Turns out, we have this devil gene. It will just randomly pop out whenever it feels like, and will try to kill literally everyone. So you need to kill us and your child. And Heihachi's like, fuck.
I'm just going to throw him in a volcano. It's going to work out fine. Oh, God, no.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly how the story went. So it's like, but he survived, and he figured out how to control his gene. So now it's like, oh, no. Defeat the devil, Heihachi, you fucking 95-year-old old motherfucker who's tough as shit.
He's like an old man in like his grizzled hair, and he's just like,
oh, he's so tough though, because he's like, he can punch trains and shit, and it's like, no human can do that, but it turns out he just trained really hard. It was like, you're normal? He's normal? He can punch like fucking like semis? Okay, whatever.
That makes sense. I just picture Professor Farnsworth with like a ripped body being like, welcome to the future.
Yeah,
I made a box with the other dimensions in it.
Heihachi just sounds like Tekken's version of Ganondorf, honestly.
It
Old
kind
man
of is,
that punches
actually.
things? Yep. It
Here's a
all
question,
adds
Josh.
up. That's the true crossover that we're waiting for from Smash Brothers.
Oh, God.
Heihachi just has a Ganondorf skin.
Actually, the crossovers... Oh, I was just going to say, crossovers in Tekken 7 are fucking amazing because they got Akuma to go in there, which is, at first you think, how did Akuma from Street Fighter go into Tekken so well? And you think, well, actually, you can still do the Hadouken motions and the fucking hurricane kicks and all that. Like, you can still do it, and it's really, really good. You can also tap out the Tekken combinations as well if you want to. So it's like, you can still do like all the main stuff from Street Fighter, and it translates perfectly. And that's pretty good. And another thing is they're bringing over another bad guy from SNK, which is Geese Howard. So you're gonna hear a lot of people geeking out over that, and a lot of quotes from Geese Howard of like, it's too easy. Mm-hmm. And what was another one? Is Deparupuken, which
that's great.
Yeah, fucking Keys. I just can't wait for more characters like that. It's gonna be so fucking good.
Here's the thing: all of the fighting games right now are equally good, and I can prove it mathematically, except for Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I've also been like, because I played Tekken 7 yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna download Street Fighter 5 and just get into it. And of course, I have my fight stick, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna install it and then try to play the stupid game. But of course, as soon as the game boots up, it shoots you straight into this fucking lame ass story shit that I don't care about. So I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll try to go through it. But it turns out the game freaked the fuck out, and I had my controller, like Xbox controller, still hooked up with my custom arcade stick. So it freaked out, and it still thought it was being controlled by both, but not really, so I couldn't do jack shit. So it was like, why the fuck I can't do anything? I had to control Alt-Delete out of it so I can go back into it again. It was like, the fuck is with this? And then finally I start playing Street Fighter after all these issues I had, and then turns out, oh, it's just something missing. Like, I can't quite place it. Just something's fucking weird. And
Maybe
then I
that
looked
you're
at
disappointed in Street Fighter because it's not a good Street Fighter?
Exactly, because actually I played it for a little bit, and then I start realizing, oh, they made Ryu fucking just garbage. Their like flagship character garbage, and it's like, what did you do? What the fuck did you do? You don't make your flagship character bad. Like, oh god, a lot of disappointment there. A lot of disappointment.
So much disappointment.
Man, I'm glad I don't play fighting games now than listening to you guys talk.
There is hope on the horizon, because apparently anime fighters are going to take over.
That's good. That's such a good thing. Anime fighters are taking over.
Oh yeah.
Totally not going to be like head of IRL.
No, actually, if anything, people are so hyped over the new Dragon Ball fighter coming out, because apparently Arc System Works figured out the perfect translation of how to put like basically a Dragon Ball, like you see the Dragon Ball, like in the anime anyways, of them just shooting, like, zipping across back and forth and teleporting behind each other and fucking punching each other in the back of the head, and you're like, man, I want that in the fighting game. They fucking pull it off perfectly, and then the new Dragon Ball coming out. So, and all of the mechanics that I've been looking at for that new Dragon Ball, they actually pretty easy, and you can understand it very well. So the action's pretty frantic, but other than that, like, what was it, the super system? Super easy to understand. It's not like 6 or 7 bars you have to pay attention to, and like, oh no, I sure hope the timer doesn't go to 30 or else my health doubles, and therefore he gets the same health. It's just all this dumb bullshit that some anime fighters have. It looks like it's simplified it up the wazoo, so it's gonna be real good. It's gonna be real good. I think also they announced Krillin for that, so that's great. You can be Krillin.
You can fight as everybody's favorite cue ball.
Exactly.
I sure
Krillin is
love
the
billiards.
Yeah.
I just hope he has this Destructo disc that kills everything.
The most powerful move in the game, Destructo the Disc.
Well, the thing is, in the anime, it cuts no matter what. Like, no matter what it is, it cuts. So it's
Goku,
like,
it would cut.
it would cut.
Goku in one move. Krillin is the most powerful Z fighter, even though Goku can ascend to Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
I think it's Super Saiyan God Saiyan.
I mean, the thing is, though, the disc sucks because it doesn't home in very well. So you can like dodge it and it flies off, but at the same time, it's like this disc, you don't want to get touched at all by it.
It's great, fantastic. Yeah, fighting games, they're good.
Fighting games, there's this new hope on the horizon because Street Fighter 5 and Marvel Infinite, they both blow. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them suck equally.
They both suck. I mean, Infinite's not out yet, but a lot of people are just very disappointed about it already.
So bad,
Really?
man.
Yeah, the only good thing I've heard about it is Maximilian Dude has said, hey, well, it doesn't look as bad as it used to. And then that was like the entire end of his comments on it. It's like, oh dear.
Yeah. Because basically, like, what was it, the first images of it, where people are like, oh, we're super hyped and it looks cool and everything, but then people start digesting what they saw, and it was like, oh, why does Chun-Li look like a fucking potato face? And then why does, oh no, a lot of like offset like character faces, and like it turns out like, oh, half of the crew that you want from MV3 or Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is not going to be there. Because the term mutants and X-Men are all kind of Fox franchises. They can't use those people anymore, so they have to go with the new universe shit that's going on with the movies. So it's like, oh, like that's fine, but it's like they're not pulling anything interesting. It's just a lot more like you look at the people like across the board and go, are these people interesting? And you go, no, they all look so samey and weird and dumb. So
that often ends up being the case with fighting games, though. You try to innovate, you end up making a clone by accident.
Yeah. If anything,
Ganon Falcon.
Yeah, like the only problem with the new Infinite is that the game doesn't feel new. It just feels like a Marvel vs. Capcom 3.5. That's like the entirety of that thing just feels like it's an upgrade. It doesn't feel like a brand new game.
Yeah,
I was going to say more like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 beta version 1.0, since it doesn't even have like the three. You know, it has like a smaller roster, and you don't even have like all three characters and the good switch-ins for combos.
Yeah,
you just gotta go to the whole good old tag team, like every other tag team fighter.
Yep, exactly. Man, I'm super excited for new fighters. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh yeah.
I'm super excited to watch them and be like, that's hard. I'm not doing that.
Or actually, there is also one. There's another fighter too. Fuck it, there's a lot of them. There's a what was it? The tag battle, BlazBlue tag battle, blah 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 blah. Like, so basically, this new tag battle one from the Arc System Works guys again it has BlazBlue dudes. It has
Ruby characters, which makes me go, huh.
Yeah, Ruby characters, because apparently the guys who are developing it are fans of Ruby, which is like, whoa, that's a huge up for that company.
Well, considering Ruby is complete and total trash and terrible, I mean...
Well, I mean, I would say complete and
those
utter
are
trash.
Fighting words, and I will fight you IRL, Jeff.
I'm not going to say it's like a writing or animation marvel by any stretch of the words, but bad is not what I would go with. They're following the things
I would say it's terrible.
Good. I would say it's good.
I would say it's improved over the years.
And also they have Persona characters in that cross fighter as well. Yeah. And also in was it in Afterbirth? In Birth? That other weird, really good fighting game. Anime fighter.
I think we need to stop talking about anime fighters because it sounds like you can go all day.
There's so many. There's so many. They're all good.
Josh,
they're
considering
all good.
Josh,
I mean, you know what else is really good? Dunkirk.
Dunkirk is so good.
Dunkirk's amazing. Oh man, I saw it Friday night, and holy cow! Like, oh.
Would you say it was a slam dunk? Or
I would say.
I mean, if the slam dunk is being delivered by a Ju-87 Stuka dive bomber, yes. No, it was actually really good. You follow 4 little story plots over the course of the movie, which is following the civilian boats going to make a rescue over the course of the first, I think, 6 hour travel to get across the sea. The British Royal Air Force, that takes about an hour to get over the channel. The Mole, which is the area where the British forces were trapped in for a week while they were trying to evacuate, and I think there's one other spot. No, that's it's only 3. But like over the course of the entire 2 hours things, you're bouncing back and forth in time. You're there for at the start of the thing. That's a week before the evacuation actually, the miracle of evacuation actually happens. And then you bounce to a group of pilots, a pair of pilots, who are flying across the channel to give air support. And you hear the comment, they only have 40 minutes of fight time over Dunkirk before they have to make the turnaround and run away. And then that's when you realize, oh, there's an hour. That's the reason why the marker for air is 1 hour. And then it jumps to a civilian loading up their boat to go over to Dunkirk, and it says it has a 1-day trip over the channel to get to Dunkirk. And throughout the movie, all you hear constantly, all you hear is tick, 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 as if the clock is running down. And it's present, it's ever constant. And the times it's not there, holy shit, do you feel tense because you're like, wait, how much time is left? What's going on? Why is there no ticking? What the fuck's going on? It's so disorienting. And then like it's delivered so well. I do agree with my buddy the fact that the French and the Poles that were supposed to be at Dunkirk as well didn't get much screen time. The French were on screen for about 45 seconds, and then they're only mentioned at the end, and then you also have nothing on the Poles, which were also trapped into the Dunkirk pocket. But at the same time, I sat down. It was a damn good movie. Like it doesn't like there was no like huge over the top gore, violence, like gun battles, nothing like that. It was very somber, very hard to the point, and just terrifying and some points it was terrifying to watch because you're just like, Jesus Christ, I'm even feeling claustrophobic looking at the scene. Mm-hmm. Like the way it's done is it's phenomenally well done.
Because
I strongly recommend it. I strongly recommend this movie. However, the left is being retarded.
As always.
Oh.
What did
USA
they say?
Today complains about the lack of women and non-lead people of color in the movie Dunkirk.
Dang it, I can't believe we lost the diversity card again. Gosh.
Oh
damn,
my god.
Man, oh,
this is not completely based on historical realities, and women and children were being evacuated at the same time. Oh my god, it was primarily military focused, and some women and children got evacuated. It's not a big deal.
On the side, if they could. Legit, they were like at the military was primary, like, yeah, no, we get the wounded out first, then we get the soldiers, and then if we're lucky enough, we'll get the equipment out.
Yeah, they didn't get the equipment.
Let me put it this way. They didn't get the equipment because by the time they got out, like the last, I think 30 or 40,000 French soldiers and the few divisions of Poles they were able to get out, the Germans were on top of them. So there was no evacuation left after that point. All equipment was left on the beach. Mm-hmm. Mind you, the equipment on the beach was just mostly lorries, AC AC-4 Mark IIs and 3s. So, like, nothing super important. Thank the gods. Mind you, the British Army left a fuck ton of rifles behind. Like, in the movie, you see what the British soldiers did. They lined up on the beach, regiment by regiment, in company order, waiting to be picked up by boats. Like, when you see in the first 2 minutes of the movie, you actually see, like, a soldier comes onto the beach and sees how the lineups are, and you're just like, holy shit, dude. And you suddenly realize that the reason why the term was they were like fish in a barrel because they were lined up like sardines in row by row by row, by regiment by regiment by regiment on the beach waiting to be picked up. Why there's no black people, why there's no Indian or I don't know, whatever color you want to refer to is because this was the British Army. This was the British Home Army on the front.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And British Army in the 1940s.
Mostly consisted of white, 20-year-old men.
Mm-hmm. Are you telling me that back in way the back in buttfuck whenever, who knows, I don't actually know when this movie takes place, that
1940.
That the British Army was not going out of their way to pick up black and East Indian recruits?
Oh my god, that almost sounds
so
so
like
sick.
They did have the South African regiments and the Indian Gurkhas, but you know what? Where they were fighting in India and in Burma, fighting off the Japs because that was a thing. Mind you, at that time it wasn't, but like they were like everyone knew that Japan was going to go after India and Burma, so they had forces there. But holy cow, like I don't get the left. Like this is a war movie. Like there isn't actually even a lead in this movie. Like sure you follow a soldier, but you actually never learn you don't learn his name till like later on. Like so late in the movie you're like, wow, that's actually his name.
Yeah, it's something along the lines of it's something to get upset about. And it's something to get upset about because they can. And it's beginning to get me angry because I've developed a theory, guys. This is a great theory. Anyone who sits there and bitches about women not being in movies, I immediately don't listen to their opinion anymore. Anyone who bitches about how women need to be in more things and something like that, or about how there's not enough representation of female superheroes, I immediately stop listening to their opinion as well.
Yeah.
Anyone who forgets that Ripley exists and then proceeds to say about how this new female character is the greatest thing for my daughter in order to see, I immediately stop listening to their opinion and move on. Anyone who says the patriarchy exists, I immediately stop listening to their opinion and move on with my life.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've just gone to the point where I've become a cynic, and I just don't care anymore. And I just, these people just make me mad.
I get that. I'm the same way. Although you need to hear this last paragraph they post in this article that made me realize this is, sorry if the following is inconvenient to your McCarthyistic desire to bully filmmakers into thinking that believing a certain way, but the settled science tells us the following: trapped at Dunkirk were young white men. Saving those young men were other white males, and trying to kill those young white males were other white males. Journalism is dead, and it was suicide.
It was, actually it was.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with them, because the fuck is going on?
Well, there had to be. The thing is you can't sit there and just blanket statement a thing and just say there needs to be more of this. You don't. Making shit is hard, and it's amazing, and making good shit is even harder. The least you can do is sit there and go, well, stop nitpicking something to death because it doesn't line up with your ideology. I'm actually mad right now because I saw something that morally disgusted me and made me want to find somebody and punch them in the chest where it hurts. Yeah.
Punch them in that right spot where they lose all wind.
Yeah. Well, yes. it was insulting something, and I just, and that would be a great place for the husband pod to come in. It's a pod for your husband.
I wish I was a husband pod.
It's a pod for your husband. So Layne, you have a wife. Okay,
wait, what?
Layne's married.
To me.
Yeah, Layne's married. Now, Layne, imagine if you and Darcy are going to West Ed, and Darcy's like, I'm going to put you in this pod for a few hours. You are going to play video games, have fun, while I go do shopping. Okay? Would you be into that?
Depends on the day, because there's a lot of shoes out there that I don't own, and I want to get those MFing shoes. But if I just had bought shoes, you're damn right I'd be sitting my ass in that DX Racer.
Okay, that's basically
the
this.
Gaming chair.
It's awesome. It's a great idea. It's kind of sexist, but it's awesome.
I mean, it's not. I wouldn't even say it's sexist. It's just a lot of guys just don't want to go shopping with their girlfriends or with their wives, because chances are, if you are going to the mall, if a guy wants to go, he'll go by himself. That's it. He doesn't need anyone else's opinions. He just kind of goes.
Kind of.
He's a lone wolf out in the world, taking on the world by himself, like fucking, just like Hitler did. But the girls, listen, it's okay. But girls want to go shopping. Chances are, and this isn't I don't want to make a blanket statement. So most of the time, they go with their friends or. Their husband, their boyfriend, or whatever, just so they can get the opinions on it. Who's going to be seeing it the most? Probably the husband, their friends, or the boyfriend. So, it makes sense that they want to drag them along. Emphasis on the word drag them along. Sometimes the guy just doesn't care. And having that place to get away is very, I gave the A-OK and clicked my tongue twice.
You have 2 winks, a wink and 2 pistols?
Exactly.
Wink. Yep.
And that's a good idea.
I honestly, I'm indifferent towards it, mostly because some days it go it seems like a really cool idea. I'm not gonna lie.
It's awesome. Yeah.
But like again, it's going to mostly depend upon how this goes, because like this is either going to go really well or really poorly.
You know what? I personally think this is a great idea.
Yep. Although I love how the title is it actually like it's called China Mall introduces husband storage pods for shopping wives.
It is husband storage. It's like the Jerry daycare.
Exactly, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, you don't want Jerry being with you, messing up your day.
I don't want Jerry with me in general.
Yeah, nobody does.
I think it's
Nobody
a
does.
good idea if used properly. And considering it's in such a public place, and with, at least in like the Chinese version there, it's got completely glass walls, so you can't get away with anything shady without anybody noticing. I doubt a whole lot could go wrong. There's definitely people who would use it. Just got to make sure they have some good IT guys ready just in case something shit happens.
Yeah, like a fighting stick breaks or it needs adjustments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this new company.
Wow.
We need first we need investments. Who are we gonna milk this money from?
Josh, that was a perfect segue into your other fucking topic, you dummy. Get on with it.
Well,
No.
hold on, Josh. Let me explain to you an idea I have.
Layne, if you're gonna get on it, he has to fix it first because his joystick's broken. I'm sorry to hear that, Josh. We have pills for that. They're called. It's a little blue diamond pill. It solves all the problems.
And trust me, it'll get that, you know, that analog stick rising.
Rising.
All right.
It'll climb up. It'll help you climb up in the ladder.
You know, it will help you rise from the ashes.
Climb up and rise in the rankings.
And then when you start straddling the victories away from it, God damn it!
Also, it'll help you nut.
Yes.
I was trying to avoid that.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, very to the
Anyway.
point.
But I was also, I made a joystick like forever ago. You probably heard, I forget which podcast this was. It's like one of the 50 mark ones or whatever. But freaking, I have this fight stick for a while, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll play Tekken over a friend's place. I'll bring my fight stick. And after about a night and today of playing some fighting games, started realizing, oh, this box I made is all wrong. It's completely wrong.
Fix it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I need to spend more money on something I don't need.
No, actually, I don't think I have to. My dad should have enough wood that I'd be like, hey, can we just make another box that's just smaller? Because I like to have it on my lap, apparently. I thought I would be like, oh, Dad, this big form factor would be great. No, God, it cuts off the circulation to my wrists. Fucking carpal tunnel up my asshole.
Fantastic, Josh.
Yeah. So fucking I gotta fix that shit. And now I'm just starting to realize, man, I should have bought the fighting sticks way back in the day when like Street Fighter 4 was coming out. Fucking those ones were super nice. And they were like sleek, and they have the gumball joystick or use the gumball joystick and all that stuff, and I can modify it and shit. It was super good. And I thought I'd be clever and build one of my own, and I gotta remake the box again.
Oh well.
Fucking.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Fucking. I was gonna say, what if you ever gonna play a fighting game?
I'm using an Xbox controller like a sane human being.
No, that's not a sane human being. That's a newbie that doesn't know shit.
Shut up, Josh. You don't know jack shit about anything.
I mean, my counter response to that point is the fact that I know for a fact.
Josh could probably kick my ass.
Oh yeah,
Josh
yeah.
kicks your ass. But like I said, since I've played a fighting game with the joystick button thingamabobber, what's it called?
Xbox.
Fight stick.
Fighting stick.
Fighting sticks. Yeah, thank you. I was trying not to use a phallic term. I've played Blaze Blue with a fighting stick and stuff like that, and holy cow, the difference it makes! It's actually like really realistically huge.
Oh yeah, totally. I think the only way that you want a gamepad is be like, oh, maybe a game like Tekken, or maybe even like, oh, this very specific character does all these weird like circle motions. You kind of actually want to go with the pad because you can do the circle motions very easily, and you can just pull them off like no one's business. And that's about it. That's about as close as I can think of about why you want a pad, other than like, I don't know, Smash Bros. But that's not a fighting game though. That's a very action-heavy
You're
platformer.
saying that now Smash Bros is not a fighting game?
It's
It's
you know,
not.
as long
It's not. It's a party
technically
game.
yeah, it's a party game. Technically, it's a party game.
It's a curbified version of a fighting game with sumo wrestling mixed in. Also, when I play fighting games, I use motion controls.
You whip out your oh, what's it called? I want to call it Natal, but it's not Natal. It's the fucking
The Wiimote.
Connect?
yeah, the Kinect. Fucking whatever.
No,
Why would Lee whip
use-
out a Connect? He's not sane and stupid like me.
No, you totally use that. That's motion controls, right? You just whip those out. You do the moves. You do the moves. It's perfect.
I like the PlayStation Move.
Oh, that's even better.
It's clearly just as responsive. Just kidding. Joke's on all of you. I use the Wii balance board. And that's how I do all my fighting games.
I wanna play a Wii fighting game which is uses the fucking balance board. That'd be so interesting. So dumb but interesting.
Layne, you
God,
made
what-
Josh excited.
Oh, that'd be
Good.
so. I love dumb gimmicks. I love dumb gimmicks.
Stop. Okay. That's fine. Do we have any other? Well, we have some topics. I played Pit People and Vanquish.
I
And
don't
what
know what
Castlevania?
People is.
Pit People's a XCOM game, XCOM like. So it's okay. It's in early access. Vanquish is fun.
Oh wait, no, I think I know what Pit People is. That's the one that's made by the same like group of guys
Game
from Newgrounds that
4.
did the
It's game 4
Alien
from
Haunted?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
But Vanquish is fun. Vanquish
Yes.
is. Imagine if an action adventure company tried to make a third-person shooter, and that's Vanquish. It's
But also a lot of speed. As in,
Yeah.
like, you know, like the physical motion of moving fast and cocaine.
yeah. That's
From what from a few things that I've heard some people say about it, it's actually pretty fun.
it is.
and every-
It's
like-
really
like-
good. It's solid. It's not like a.
Su-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say super solid.
Yeah, it's
And
built.
I was gonna say it's a tile-based strategy game, isn't it?
What?
Pit People's
Pit People.
tile-based strategy game. Vanquish isn't. Pit People is
Right.
okay. It needs more features.
Again, yeah, well, as you said, it's early access.
Early access,
So.
which is not an issue really with early access. It's more of a it just needs time.
Yeah.
But it is getting there. The Vanquish, however, is fucking amazing, and it looks like an Xbox One game, but it has unlocked frame rate, so that's good. That means that like you can have like 100 frames quick and easy.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly, this released for the Xbox 360.
it did.
Yeah, it
20
sure did.
2000 and
Oh, it did. Yeah, no, this is
10?
re-release. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it was a good-looking game when it first came out too. Like that was nice looking.
Wow. Don't stop that. You're gonna make me start doing it. God damn it.
Wow.
Wow.
Owen Wilson, is that you? More like, oh wow, Wilson.
Oh wow.
Notices your bulge. Oh wow, what's this?
Wow.
Freaking I know I said this before, but in the game Shadow Knight or Hollow Knight, I mean Hollow Knight, there's these little mushroom guys that chase after you, and when you first run into them, you go, "Oh man, these guys are trying to chase me down. I'm gonna slice them up a bit." But when they first see you, they go, "Wow!" Like, I'm not kidding. They go, "Wow!" and they just chase after you. It's like, oh god, these Owen Wilsons are trying to kill me. Fuck! Get out of here! Get out of here, Owen Wilson! Get out of here!
Stop it, Owen Wilson. Nobody likes you, Owen Wilson.
Wow! Trying to chase you and hit you with fucking mushroom attacks.
No, Owen Wilson, I do not want to watch Marley and Me again.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow.
No,
I
Owen
see
Wilson.
wow.
I didn't think that, Wedding Crashers was your best movie. Please, get out of here.
I thought Raven Cycle, the TV series, was the best movie.
I thought him and Shanghai Nights was the best movie. Wow.
Damn it, Josh, you just ruined the segue again.
Oh, Josh, the Segu ruiner.
I'm taking the freaking Segway and I'm taking it off ramps. I'm grinding the shit out of it and destroying it.
Yeah,
No, you're more like
stop
taking the
doing
Segway
that.
through. It's more like you're taking the Segway through mud, and it just stops.
Yeah.
All you hear is like a little, and then just a little bit of a as the electric motor's trying to run again, but it can't because mud.
'Cause I ruined it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Layne, talk to us about TV show that you watched. That way, then I can talk about TV show I watched.
So, the Raven Cycle TV series is not actually something that I've watched because it isn't made yet, because the last book of the series only came out last year. But, I think I talked about it the last time that I was in the podcast, when I had my wife make a special cameo. We talked about how the Raven Cycle is my favorite book series of all time, and is very nice. And it got picked up by Universal, and that is the people who, make Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There's a lot more swearing that's going to have to be cut out for, a TV release, but if it's Universal and on Netflix only, hot damn, I am excited.
Layne is happy.
I am. I usually don't give a fuck about books or things related to books, but that series is...
The series is so good, man.
It's beyond, what anything from, young adult fiction should be. Everyone, everyone, nuts and fucking creams themselves over, oh, man, Harry Potter, or all the other,
Harry
shit.
Potter is a terrible... I don't like Harry Potter. And
The
it's funny
movies are
because
bad, the books are worse.
My issue with Harry Potter has always been okay, I try reading the books and they're just magic has to be secret. And it's motherfucker, if I had magic, I would be doing shit all the time. I would just be fucking with my friends, being a terrible human being. I would steal money constantly.
Oh, yeah. That's the first thing you do. That's the first thing you do.
You get magic powers, you're just oh, okay, I'm a wizard, I'm going to rob a bank.
I have so many problems
right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to do this as soon as I turn 18. I'm robbing a bank, I'm getting arrested, and then I'm breaking out of prison.
Exactly. My problems with the Harry Potter series, everyone's all oh man, it has all these plot holes, and sometimes the characters are underdeveloped. It's no. You're ignoring the biggest flaws of it. You're talking about oh, I just went to college and I'm now learning about writing, so I'm going to talk about character development and plot holes. Even though one of my favorite things, and what I think makes a much bigger difference in writing itself, is the world building, which Harry Potter has absolutely none of. Everything is last minute, pulled out of your ass bullshit. There is no thought gone into for consistency or proper history management or anything of the sort, whereas the Raven Cycle is so fucking complex, it goes back 700 years and spans 2 continents. That is the best shit.
What? Okay, stop. Sit down. Tell me about the series, because I toned out for a second because we started talking about Harry Potter, and I'm and I've read the books, so I don't care.
My opinions are valid and everything like that. Oh, Raven Cycle.
Well, no. I actually want to know, because for me, the biggest problem for me with Harry Potter is they missed some golden opportunities with how they do the fucking they introduce in the book 4 the other schools. Mm-hmm. What do you get if they just disappear? They're never mentioned again.
Yep, because they don't matter.
They introduced this really cool idea of divination. Goes nowhere with it.
Exactly.
They introduce some really cool teachers.
Too bad. They're gone for next year.
With them. Yeah, they're gone for the next year. The defense against the dark art class,
but we made a plot device out of it at one point, so clearly it's done its purpose. And that's my problem with everything in Harry Potter, is everything is there just for a purpose, and once it's served its purpose, it's gone. It's not part of the world, it is a device. And that is not good.
Another good example of that is Ginny. But I've had this very firm discussion with somebody already once before. I'm just gonna nod my head and go, okay, later.
Well, it's also
But,
like Harry's never actually been the. He's not supposed to be. I don't think he is supposed to be the one.
No, he just kind of falls into it.
Yeah, and like it's like how like it's like okay, you have a moment in this book where you could do literally Luke Skywalker and Anakin, and it's like it's never done, and it's like wasted opportunities constantly. Like it's well written and stuff like that. Sure, I'll give you that, but it's like it's not amazing.
I would not say that it's well written.
I'm shaking my head fervently at the microphone right now.
I don't. I have never read that book, so I wouldn't know.
It's not worth it. Don't worry.
Okay.
I never, you know,
Okay,
I have
actually,
to say.
no. I'll give you the two books that are actually worth it in my opinion because they are done well. They are actually very well thought out. The process in them is very good. That is The Goblet of Fire and The Prisoner of Azkaban.
I watched the movies, and that's good.
The Prisoner of Azkaban does a terrible job of actually doing the book. That's my only complaint about that movie. The Goblet of Fire for the movies does a good job at adapting it. But the problem is with those two books is they're part of the Harry Potter cycle.
Yeah. Which means on
Like
their own, they could be standalone good things. But with the rest of it in mind, it's like, well, no, there goes that.
It feels like Harry Potter needed to be a series with world building, and it feels like those books in particular needed to be more involved in something. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong?
No,
no, you're not wrong.
Correct.
Like it feels like those should have been like book 8 and 9.
Yeah, and like it's and that's the thing. She like if you go back and now like start looking at like how she's done like this. The Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the playwright, and I'm sitting there like Chris has read the book and this is my friend Christina and she's like it's an okay book. It has a lot of problems with it and I'm like yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And I've seen actually the movie that actually is like really good for Harry Potter. That is, believe it or not, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
And that does a lot for the series, I think.
That does so much more for the series than what Harry Potter did for itself. Because the world building in that is like you like again like as you like explore the world with this the character in the series, it's done so well that you're like wow I can actually believe the fact that like there's these mythical dragons that like they're like these dragons are going extinct. How like there's these like literal daemon like creatures. Like oh my god, and like everything you like sit down and look at the screen on for like anything related to that game, you're just or that movie, you're just like I could actually believe this is how the world is, and since it takes place in America, besides the fact that it takes place in America and not anyways, like you can literally just sit down and like enjoy it because it's so well done because like. Nothing like everything feels like it's meant to be just for world building. It doesn't feel like the story or plot is like super hamstringed in just to add to the story. It's actually like, yeah, no, I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost it's almost as if an actual writer wrote it.
Yeah.
That would be J.K. Rowling.
Oh.
Yeah, she finally learned after 8 other books.
Somebody actually, actually. I'm gonna actually look that up to make sure I'm not giving her the credit.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that one's just co-written by J.K. Rowling. Maybe that was
screenplay by J.K. Rowling.
Okay, well,
no, never mind.
So they found her gift.
Yeah. Although apparently the book, like the actual book of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like the actual physical hard copy book that she released for it, which was just meant to be like a world building book for the Harry Potter series, which by the way is a bad thing for the novels if that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Is apparently phenomenal because like it's just filled with just humongous amounts of lore, but the fact that you can't include it in the books tells you a lot of things about the series. And I'm actually going to be like, I'm actually like someone who enjoyed the Harry Potter series for the most part. I got to the Half-Blood Prince. I got to the Half-Blood Prince and I had to stop because it felt so forced with how it was done. And I'm just,
Friggin'. It's good thing at the time when books were, kind of popular. When I was, I'm sure all of you were reading books in library and stuff like that of your elementary, and I
was reading Watchmen.
Motherfucker, I was not doing the geek ass shit, and I was on the computers as much as I possibly could.
Same here.
I bought physical copies of all the Harry Potter books, and they are currently locked away in my chest with a bunch of other books.
You should burn
including
them.
A series. No, I won't burn them because they're not bad. They're not great. They're okay. That's what I'll give them.
There is hentai out there that has better writing.
I have them buried. Under the other series that is way better and is so much better, and unfortunately, the fact that the author died before he released the last book.
Are you talking about
Brian Jacques' Redwall?
Oh.
Because that, you read through it and you just feel the lore seeping through the book. You almost feel like you could pick up the book and just watch the lore just gently drip out of it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's done like that is just so believable, and it's so much more engaging in my opinion than Harry Potter, because even though the characters can sometimes be unbelievable, you know what? Fine, okay, I can understand that because.
But the Raven cycle, man. But the Raven cycle. What's your opinion?
I haven't read it, so he needs to I asked him. Can you drop a link here in chat so I can go look up on the bookstore to see how it looks.
Oh, a link. Oh, okay. Well, I can do that then.
Sorry, I thought I mentioned that at the start of my little rant about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter sucks.
Okay. Hey, okay, we're gonna end it there because two good series that actually does child fantasy really well is Redwall and I assume the Ravens series, the Raven Cycle series, and but the thing I don't get good fantasy books anymore because I want to see a series that does
murder
Griffins right. Or includes Griffins in a way that makes them look fucking badass. Like the Warcraft movie, which was phenomenal because of that. But that's besides the point. I need to stop talking.
Terrible.
It was not bad. It was good. Mm-hmm. It would be the problem with that movie was the fact that the main character of the movie was just bland as all fuck.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are we done speaking of movies? Gentlemen, we have trailers galore talking about, and Castlevania Netflix series is pretty good.
I saw the trailer for it. I really actually want to sit down.
Okay.
It looks really good.
How many people here like Castlevania?
I do.
Okay.
I think I've played at least 3 of them. At least 3.
The Castlevania Netflix series is very gothica, and it makes you sympathize with Dracula in a way where it's very sympathetic towards him. But it's 4 episodes. The Belmonts are terrible human beings. Or the Belmont in this one, Trevor, is a terrible human being. Alucard's in it for 1 episode and 1 fight. There's maybe 5 fights in the entire thing. There needs to be more of it.
Jeff, from what I get how you're talking, there actually needs to be a fuck ton more of it. Is what you mean to say?
Well, there's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
So there's 2 hours worth of content. And it's not enough. It feels bad, the way that they're handling this. There needs to be a lot more of it. The other thing is it's all well done and animated greatly. It's a very violent Western animated show, and it plays off of tropes, I think, of Western animation. But it's very smooth, very well done. And I actually really enjoy it. I just wish there was more of it. Anyways. So,
no worries. No, I get that. That's like me with the with things like Starship Troopers. I mean, I love the movies, and I've seen the old anime animation show, which was again like a four-part series that was based on the books, but like at the same time not. But like I sit down and and I've watched it all. I've already watched like a lot of the Starship Trooper stuff, and I go like it's really good for the most part, as long as you understand political satire and how Robert Hines is, not a fascist for actually trying to tell a tale about like a military republic instead of like what everybody assumes is a fascist state.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like okay, story time for everyone.
Can we talk
story
about
time?
trailers?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. This is tied slightly into trailers because, like, I found out about that San Diego Comic-Con was actually going on today because I went on my Facebook feed and saw Starship Troopers, the actor for Johnny Rico, in a panel. And what he did is he put up his phone on the camera on a selfie stick and he said, "Is it recording?" And like the crowd's like, "Yep, you can tell." Okay, yeah. And then he pauses and he goes, "Welcome to the Roughnecks," in Rico's voice, and the crowd just chants back, "Rico's Roughnecks, hoorah!" And it's just like, "Ha, good on you, apes!" And it's just like, he's really hyped about the new movie that's coming out next month, and I don't blame him because it looks damn good. And I'm just sitting down and I'm just like, new Starship Trooper movie, yes. And it's a 3D movie, yes. And like considering the last 3D movie was actually pretty damn good, yes. Ah.
And then you hear DDD.
Huh?
And then you hear DDD, initial DDD.
Initial DDD?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Never mind.
King DDD?
Yeah.
How can I help you, King DDD? Moving on.
No, but I've seen the two of the new trailers, which is for Justice League and for Thor.
And the Avengers one got posted. It's a handycam footage. We got the new
I haven't
Jigsaw
seen it yet
one.
because I saw the Jigsaw one and I'm like, really?
The best one, I think, is the Pacific Rim one.
Oh, that's hands down the best one. We are, as me and Jeff posted quietly in our chat before.
We were secretly masturbating.
I needed to replace my desk because my deck got so hard it broke it. But on the flip side to that, like the Thor Ragnarok trailer looks phenomenal because like instead of just being like a bland Thor movie like it was last time, which is the problem which has been the problem for the Thor movies, is the fact that a lot of the Thor movies, like even though they're really good, they're really interesting to look at and read and like watch, they're really not all that fun.
Well,
they're just more like.
Yeah.
And this one, it looks like actually like fun to watch because you've got the Hulk in it, you've got Loki, you've got one of the new characters. I would love to see the companions in it, but it doesn't look like we're getting that.
Here's my issues with it is that every single Marvel movie, excluding the first Avengers and maybe the Iron Man movie and then Captain America, they're all have like this stupid formula that they kind of fit into. Now, excluding Guardians of the Galaxy, which has the formula, but it exudes personality. And it's written by one guy. And it's weird to me that they sit there and it's like, oh, well, I don't understand why like Jeff doesn't like the Avengers. It's like, well, you look at the Avengers and it's all cut it out and it's all nicely little thing. This is a movie that actually looks interesting to me because it looks like they gave James Gunn Thor and they said, help us make this better.
Yeah. Actually, another movie I'd say that's actually still really fun too is Doctor Strange.
I have not seen that, so I'm exuding judgment from it. But I just don't.
It's a fun movie. It's not a great. It's a good movie because it does things right. It's a bad movie because it does a few things wrong. but for the most part, like it's fun. It's got like there's a scene where the guy hands him a piece of paper where it says something like a phrase on it, and he's like, "What is this? Like my meditation phrase?" No, it's the Wi-Fi password, and the guy just walks away, just saying, "What do you think we are, savages?" And I just fucking broke down laughing because I'm like, "Holy shit, that's amazing!"
The thing now, shifting gears to the Pacific Rim, which is not cookie cutter formula built anything like that. Fuck yeah, this movie looks good.
It looks good, but all we've got so far is a teaser trailer, and that's the reason why, like, I want it to be a thing, but at the same time, I have to sit down and go, okay, this is either going to be phenomenal,
it's a movie trailer that you really
shite.
Well, it's a movie trailer that you really can't make a judgment call on right now because it's like all we've seen is 5 of the robots. We know that they have weapons. We know that Gypsy Avenger's in it, and it looks like Gypsy Danger, but a little bit better and sleeker. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Anyone else excited about it?
I am way too excited about it. Like,
Josh?
You know what I'm excited about is Ready Player One with all the fucking reference.
Yeah. Oh,
that one looks good.
Layne? That was another one I got rock hard for because I was just like, oh well, because the way I thought it was like it was gonna be a reboot of Iron Giant, and then I saw it start, like the trailer progress. I was like, damn, this looks fucking phenomenal. And it finished. I was like, holy shit, dude, yes.
Fucking the trailer that they showed especially is like spot the references, and there's like every frame, and there's like 10,000 references.
Five or six different references. Like there was one time, like I'm just sitting down, like I watched the trailer, and like I was just looking, like the moment I realized like it was just references, I started like just like trying to spot the ones that I knew, and it was like, oh my god, like.
Yeah, and like apparently
I'm gonna
one of the.
ask you to link that back in chat again because like I don't know how far up it is in this chat.
Just scroll.
Yep. That works too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gushing.
But yeah.
Yep.
But holy shit! Like, I saw Ready Player One. I was like, I'm a stroke off this now while we're watching this.
It's a movie that makes me want to go see it and finish reading the book, and then go see it. It's good.
It's a movie that I want to see it, not read the book, but enjoy that Steven Spielberg is freaking doing it, and not just some schmuck.
It looks like they added in a Fast and Furious scene because why the hell not?
Well, no, they added in a track, or not Fast and Furious, but a Trackmania section. Because what else can you explain that? It's fucking Trackmania. Yeah.
Straight out of the DeLorean.
Yeah, they did.
Like, there's actually more than just a DeLorean. Like, holy cow, it looks
so much
stuff.
in there.
So good.
Yeah, the A-Team is in there. Fucking the fight scene, or the giant army, or the war scene. They're Duke Nukem, Freddy Krueger, and fucking the gun, the assault rifle. Like the dude who was shooting all these guys, he was holding the assault rifle from Halo. It was like, okay, there's a lot of references here.
I'm like, they must have paid a lot for like just for all the royalties they got, but like, holy cow, it looks way too good.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm actually like just straight up excited about the fact that like it looks fucking wicked.
You get the DVD and then you get the extras, and you're like, dude, where's all the references?
Yeah,
where's all the references?
The list of the corporations we got.
Oh shit! Yeah, he is. Yep. Yeah. I you know what? I'm excited about this because you know what? I think this is going to be Pixels done right.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, this is what Pixels should have been. Yeah. But too bad it was done by a person who was a complete and utter twat.
We should also now talk about what else is there?
I can tell you one thing I want to talk about, but
Justice League?
I don't. Well, no.
Avengers,
No.
Jigsaw. We should talk about Jigsaw. I have a
I'm
theory.
actually. Okay. Here. Okay. So here's three things about this movie that I saw, and I don't know how I feel about it. It doesn't look like it's a return to the original Saw formula. It looks like it's another series of bad traps that are meant to be just like gore. Is the way they look, because you got to remember, like the original Saw, like there was three puzzles, and like the way it's done is it's just like quick. Is like you see in the opening seconds of the movie, you see the key to his lock go down the drain. That's how you know, like how like simple this is. And you see like another situation where you realize that Jigsaw is the body in the room, where.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see like how like the guy got killed because he couldn't solve a puzzle, and it's just like this really complicated wire puzzle. You see, like it's psychological horror.
Mm-hmm.
But after I think after the second movie, because I think the second movie was the other one that had a really good psychological horror, but everything after that was just gore for the sake of gore. And I think this is like, it feels like it could be like what I think it is, but at the same time, I'm just like,
So here's my
maybe.
theory, and I want your guys', and this is what I want from a movie. I would love a Saw movie where everyone survives.
Hey,
That would be
that might be this
interesting.
movie. Have you? Because I assume you've seen the trailer.
Yeah.
The way it looks like at the because I think it has a little spoiler at the end where like with how what's going on at the end there of the trailer. I feel like that's the case, but at the same time, we'll have to wait and see. Mind you, I won't be seeing that in theaters because why would I want to?
I don't like Saw movies. I don't like horror movies very much, but I would love a movie where it's like, oh, all of them survive, and it's like, oh, well, okay, that's interesting. Like, and it was more of a mystery theme, like where it's like, oh yeah, terrible shit's happening and stuff like that, but like these individuals are surviving, and they're dealing with situations, and they're cheating in some ways, but they're still winning. And that's and that's my prediction. Is I think nobody's gonna die in this movie. I think a lot of people are gonna. I think a lot of the people who are gonna die don't understand. But I think the girl's going to be like, oh, I know Jigsaw. I know how to solve these. So, that's my thing.
I always thought, like, you know, the Jigsaw puzzles and stuff like that, I just look at it from, like, a game designer sense, and I'm like, you know, if someone's really fucking smart, he would probably got out of this room, like, in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, just skipped everything and just fucked this puzzle all to hell, and then Jigsaw would just look at himself and be like, fucking damn it, no, I screwed this up.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's stupid. Anyways, moving on. Total Biscuit did something stupid.
Okay,
Can we talk about this?
There's a con. There's a con called CoxCon. Yes, that is the name of the con. It's called a CoxCon. It's supposed to be something about video games, but there's a question period that Total Biscuit and them were on, and somebody asked him, like straight up, like asked the panel, Are
Traps gay?
traps gay?
Yes.
And holy fuck, did he flip out?
Okay, let me be honest with you. Trans are not gay. It depends on the relationship, honestly.
No. This is like petite feminine boys dressing up like girls.
Yeah.
Are those
traps.
gay?
Traps are gay.
Yeah, traps, not trans, traps. But the thing is, he equated traps to trans people.
That's a problem.
Which I don't know, like, what the Total Biscuit, what the fuck? And like, I watched the video, and like, it's between Sargon and one of his buddies talking about, like, they're actually going back and forth, like, does this actually really matter? Because like, holy shit, Total Biscuit. And apparently he refunded the guy and refunded the total ticket cost also to a charity. And like, oh my god.
I don't think Total Biscuit did the right move here. We've been seeing it a little bit here and there.
He is, I think, slipping. Like.
Slipping down the Mountain of Madness? Yes, I think he is.
Oh yeah, no, I think so too.
But
I also know another person who's slipping down the road of madness, but who's already well down there is Jim Sterling from the Sterling the Jimquisition.
Oh God. This one pissed me off a little bit more than this one. The Traps Gay one I don't care about because it's, you know what, I don't care. I just don't. But the Jim Sterling one would be like, me and Josh can no longer submit a game anymore. Allan could not submit a game on Steam anymore. It's vindictive.
I personally don't like Jim Sterling for two reasons. One, he believes doxing is fair. He believes doxing is okay. I used to like listening to him because he actually had some really good points and he had some very valid arguments. But
I stopped watching his show.
I stopped watching his show after a point because I stopped and like looked at it and I'm just like, what? That doesn't make any sense, Jim. Why are you arguing for that? Yeah. But like,
I don't think. If I don't think that it was a smart move, and like, Josh, what's your opinion on the Jim Sterling thing? Because basically what he said is people who don't think like me should not be able to do business with Valve.
I don't know. Fucking guy puts videos on the internet and talks a lot and has opinions and shit. Sounds like people should have their own opinions on things.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I agree with that too.
That's actually
well said, Josh.
Yeah,
well
and also,
said, Josh.
I'm really studying this fucking Ready Player One trailer right now, so I'm really not listening, and I'm just like, what's the skinny of this? The guy being an idiot? Hey, you know what? People have opinions. Whatever. I'm just going to be over here now.
But that's the thing, is you should not throw people under the bus for having their own opinions. The Total Biscuit stuff is more forgivable, honestly.
For now.
Yeah. It's not him slipping down a hole. It's him. He understands what he's doing. He's probably taking it on the fire and taking it on the chin. And a few months back, he'll probably apologize and say sorry. That's the way that it went last time. That's the way it's probably going to go this time. This is no. You don't have the right to play judge, juror, and executioner because somebody makes a game that you don't like.
Or has an opinion you don't like.
Yeah. And that's not cool. That's never cool. That would be like taking away Ready Player One and shoving it up somebody's ass because you don't like Ready Player One.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
But yeah, no, it's at this point I just shrug my shoulders and go, okay.
It goes.
Let's just
get
this shit done and over with.
It's funny because right now we're in the stages where I think many people are questioning, and I think that it's going to end sooner than later.
Yeah, I think another really big problem for me with this thing that happened with Total Biscuit is the way he broke down, because he like ranted on Twitter for a while, and now his Twitter was filled with just dogs.
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
So like, yeah.
Oh well. Things happen.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's a podcast. I think that we have a meeting that we have to go to and we're late for.
Do we have to go to that meeting? Do we really? Because it doesn't look like anybody else is there.
Let's see.
Message Linus and be like, we're doing a late meeting, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the podcast. This has been episode 108 of the Black Mind Podcast. I'm Allan, joined by Josh, Jeff, and Layne. And that'll be a funny story for later, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day, and remember to enjoy your time.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a good night.